Hello my friends, the Game Boy Geek here. Today it's all about the number 6. There's gonna be 6 rounds. Each round we're gonna be writing down 6 different things. We're looking at a game called Sixes. This is a party game from Eagle Gryphon Games on Kickstarter right now. It's part of their Egg series lineup, which are their small fun games, and this one appropriately is number 6 in that series. This is a party game for 3 or more players where you're going to be writing things down in certain categories, sometimes trying to match people, sometimes trying to be unique, and sometimes doing some lightning rounds. Let me show you how it's played. I'll see you on the other side. The game of Sixes is played over, guess how many rounds? You guessed it, 6. Each player is going to receive a scorecard with 6 different boxes for the 6 different rounds you'll be playing, and they put their name on their scorecard. There's 3 types of things you'll be doing. You'll be matching, you'll be trying to find unique answers, and there'll be a lightning round. There'll be 2 of each of these throughout the game. In these 3 categories, there's 36 cards, but they're both double-sided, and they have a slightly different color on both sides. So there's actually 72 different categories in each of these 3 main ways of playing the game. In round 1, it's match. So what's going to happen is someone's going to flip this over and read it, and then start a 1-minute timer for the rest of the group. In this case, wheel. You're going to come up with 6 answers that you want to match everybody else. Once the 1-minute time's over, everyone has to stop writing, and you see in round 1 we're trying to match, and that's what we're doing here. Somebody would start and they would actually go through each of their things, and anybody else that had this, they'll both get a point for. So for example, I would say wagon, as in wagon wheel. If anybody else, at least one person has it, I'll just put a little check mark there. I would do the same for the rest. Cheese, as in a wheel of cheese. Now let's say nobody got that, I would cross it out. Steering wheel, sure, a bunch of people got that. Everyone that had it would get a check mark. 18 is in an 18-wheeler truck. Well, nobody got that. Wheelhouse, as in, hey, that's right in my wheelhouse. Let's say somebody else got that. And rubber wheel, let's say nobody got that. In this case, I would get 3 points this round. The next player would start reading the ones that they have not yet crossed off, and so on and so forth till everyone is done for the round. Now, if you get all 6, that's called a crooked 6. You sort of just circle them all, and instead of getting 6 points, you'd get 7. Then we'd go to the next round, which is round 2, which is unique. And as you're at the end of that round, you can kind of put this at the bottom of this pile so we know that this one is done, because you flip them over when you're ready. Now, another person would take unique, they'd flip it over and start the 1-minute timer, and they'd yell to everybody, flowers. In this case, we have 1 minute to come up with a unique thing to have to do with flowers, and we're trying to do all 6 of them. Now in this case, we're trying to get unique ones. So I would start and I would say pistol. That's actually the part of a flower. If nobody else got this, I would get a check. Petal. Let's say at least one other person got petal. Everyone that had said that would have to cross it off because we're trying to get uniques. Let's say yes, someone said seeds. Oh, nobody said pollen. Nobody said thorn, but somebody said soil. And in this case, again, I'd get 3 points. Everybody else would then, for the ones they had not yet, crossed off and such, they would go through and read all theirs till everyone is completely done, and it shows you how many points you get here. Then we'd move on to round 3, which is a lightning round. So for this round, someone would flip this card over, and there's 6 different things. You are trying to match other people in this one again, but there's 6 different things. So in this one, radio personalities, pork products, South America, talk shows, jazz musician, action figures, and I'm doing it in round 3 for lightning. So the number 1 is going to be this one, and number 2 is going to be this one, and so on and so forth. And like usual, we have 1 minute to do so. And once that 1 minute's up, once again, we go around and we would say our like. Now this is a lightning round, but we're looking to match. You're always matching in the lightning round. So radio personalities, I'd say Howard Stern. If at least one other person got that, I'd put a check mark. Pork products, bacon. Yep. South America, Brazil. For some reason, nobody else said that. Talk shows, O'Reilly Factor. For some reason, nobody else said that. Jazz musician, Miles Davis. And action figures, G.I. Joe. So I would have gotten 4 points this round. In all of these, again, if you get all 6, you actually get 7 points because that's called a crooked 6. And then we would do the same thing again. Round 4, we do match. Round 5, we do unique. And round 6, we do lightning again. Essentially just repeating the first half of the game with all new cards. Whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. Here's an example of some more of those match cards, just so you get a feeling for them, like lights, balls, breakfast, beach, Mount Blank, South American countries, 2000s movies, school, basketball, cell phone. Let's take a look at some more unique cards. For uniques, astronomy, Hollywood, zones, 2000s TV shows, tea, apples, meat, Arizona. Hey, that's where I live. emotions, islands. Now let's take a look at some of the lightning rounds. In here you see many different categories that are in the lightning round. Some of my favorites, of course, are woodwind instruments because I'm a saxophone player. We have the Alfred Hitchcock movies, which is cool. Famous animals, Matt Damon. Interesting different things you can do there. But as you can see, lots of different replayability, and this is just a few of the cards in the game. And as you can see, all the cards fit in this divided box. You place the scorecard in there, the rules fit in there, and then we have the box fits on, and it's a small little box of sixes. Well, there is sixes, and as you can tell, it's a very light party game. And I think the low barrier of entry is something that this game really has going for it. If anybody has ever heard of or played categories or match game before, they're going to be able to jump right in and start enjoying this right away. But even if they've never heard of any of those two games, the rules are so simple, right even during the first round, they'll get right into it and they'll know what they're doing. And that's one of the big pluses for this game is the low barrier of entry that literally you can bring this game anywhere and get a bunch of people playing it. Whether it's at a party at your house or an icebreaker event somewhere or even a corporate function, even at a restaurant. And I said that this thing plays 3 to more players, but it really shines with 6 or more players. When you play this with large groups, it really does shine. Even up to 12 to 16 people you could be playing this with. You know, when you're doing the matching, hey, it's that much easier to get matches. You put your little feather in your cap. But then when you're trying to get the uniques, you've really got to be creative to have uniques with that many. And you'll get some interesting answers, make you think, and have everybody laughing at the same time. So if you're interested in this game, Eagle Griffin Games has it live on Kickstarter right now, and I'm sure they'd love your support. To check out that page, just click the link below in the description of this video. We'll see you next time.